Good evening, everyone.
And
Welcome to the European Mindset, Season 2, Episode 4,
Yeah,
I think.
already.
It's been good.
Yeah, I know. We've got another special guest today. Bit of a nostalgic episode for me.
Yeah, because we've known each other since,
Since we were fetuses.
yeah, well, maybe not
Maybe
that
not
far.
fetus.
Maybe not that far. okay,
Don't you
but-
remember me?
No, actually, I don't.
You don't remember me?
Can we
No.
introduce you first?
Yes, please, yeah.
We've got Mr. Josh Barnes.
Yes, yeah, stage name is Barnzey, like Josh Barnzey.
Yep.
But Josh Barnes is the legal name. I don't know what steps I have to take to change it. I don't know if there's a copyright issue with Jimmy Barnes, but, it's...
What do you want to go by on this podcast?
Oh, look, my mates call me Barnzey.
Done.
I was known as Barnzey before I even knew who Jimmy Barnes was.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't remember me?
No, I don't.
You don't?
Let's jump into it. Why should I remember you?
I went to St. Paul's.
Yeah, I didn't.
You went to NDC.
Yeah. Did we just...
You used to hang out with Matt McDonald,
Yep.
Taylor Dummett.
Yep.
Were you at the ski trip?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I remember you from. As if you don't remember me.
Sorry, bro.
What a small world. What a fucking
Yeah.
cop-out, bro. I thought I was popular.
I
But
went
nah.
to
let's-
NDC for a couple of years
Let's fucking get into it. So, we were speaking before we started about what we were going to talk about and all that shit, and I kind of mentioned it. I wanted to kind of surprise you with it, but obviously I seen your Instagram page and I, admire your dress sense. You stick to one colour.
Thank you very much.
But-
red's my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that correlate with your necklace?
Well, kind of. So I'll move the microphone away just a little bit. I don't know how this is going to affect your sound.
He's
but-
wearing a pentagram.
We'll do a zoom in.
Yeah. Well, it's live.
You can't really do a zoom in on the
Can't
live.
really do a zoom in on live.
Watch
no.
on Sunday.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Check it out. So, well, I received it as a gift, and I like the design of the necklace, but there's no symbolic reason. Like, okay, you see hundreds of people go around wearing crosses, right?
Yeah.
So, is it a double standard to assume that I can't go around with a pentagram on a necklace?
Yeah, but when you wear a cross, it kind of implies that you're a Christian.
It does, but this doesn't. Like you'd think so with this one. It doesn't. I just like the design.
Can I bring up on our last episode we kind of briefly touched on the whole religion subject
Yes.
and faiths.
Yeah.
My view on, dude, I wear out fucking shit out of this world. I dress fucking like I'm fucking back in the 80s, yeah? So I can't really talk about what other people dress like. For me, people dress what they want to wear what you want to wear. I think that it's glamorized a bit now. The whole, I don't know too much about pentagrams and stuff, but from when I think of pentagrams, I kind of void to Satan.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's.
I feel
very
like that's a
strong.
little bit glamorized. What's your take on all that?
So I believe that. I view religion as like a source of information.
Yep.
Of like how, if you see someone who is a Buddhist, for example, like you can assume how they live their life. You don't have to assume, but you can. You know what they believe. You know like how they view life, how they act in their life because of what fits under that, I guess, umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
So you can assume the same for me when you see me walk down the street with this necklace.
Yep.
But you don't have to. Like,
It's just it's from people's perspective.
yes,
It's a perspective.
exactly. So I look at religion as a source of information, and in the future, I want to do an episode on my podcast about Scientology, which is a religion that's so far out there that it's completely ridiculous. It's parodied many times on South Park. It's big in like the A-lister celebrity world. Like,
Okay.
I'll give you an example, right? When Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, there was a conspiracy theory that the whole reason that it was a slap and not a punch was because Will Smith is big into Scientology, and part of the I guess respect rules is that it's more disrespectful to open hand slap someone than it is to punch someone. Now,
Okay.
I don't know if that's true, but I run with it and tell people that it is just because it's more fun that way. But I've got no facts to back it up, so I want to...
Because you slap him around like a bitch.
Yeah.
You punch someone, you punch him, but if you slap
I can
someone,
understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it's
degrading.
Yeah,
exactly. It's that
100%.
extra level of
I didn't
disrespect.
hit you to hurt you. I hit you to embarrass you.
Yeah.
Completely correct. So
On that comedy, well, obviously because Chris Rock is a comedian.
yes.
What was your take on that being a comedian?
Okay.
Like, how do you see? You obviously, what do you think?
So because you say I'm a comedian, I say I am too, but I wouldn't go around parading it until I get paid for it, because I'm at a much, much lower level than Chris Rock, for example. If you were to grade them by levels of how good they are, if he was a level 10, I would say I'm around a level 2.
Yeah.
If 10's the max.
Yeah.
That being said, getting assaulted is great for the career. Now, that's no assault is good.
Yeah.
Right? Now, I want to phrase it without sounding like I'm advocating for it.
Yeah. Because that's where I was gonna kind of go with that. Yeah.
So, if I'm telling a joke and I get hit because of that joke, that's a strong reaction.
Mm-hmm.
As a comedian, the job is to get a strong reaction, positive or negative. Any attention is good attention, right? So,
Views too.
Exactly. Now, Chris Rock didn't need those views.
Yeah.
But before that happened, did you even know that the Oscars were happening?
No.
Exactly. No one knew.
You reckon it was acted?
No. I reckon that...
It was staged?
Well, maybe to some sort of extent. Maybe they wanted some sort of publicity stunt. But it got the attention.
Of the world.
Yeah, exactly. And suddenly everyone saw the Oscars. It was the biggest ratings in however many years.
It definitely shook the comic industry.
Yeah.
It definitely did, because I did notice. So now I listened to a lot of podcasts as well, and obviously during that heated moment, it was something quite prominent in the media, and everybody was talking about it. So it was brought up on every second fucking podcast. Yeah.
Yep.
And you had some people that thought, Will Smith needs to fucking harden up, be a man. It's the fucking industry. If you're not good enough for it and you can't take it, fuck off. Or and then there were some people that were saying, hey, it's not right. Sorry,
It's a joke.
You know where I'm going with it.
What's not right? The fact that Will Smith hit Chris Rock, or the fact that Chris Rock said what he said?
Chris Rock was in his rights to tell a joke as a comedian at the Oscars telling jokes.
Bro,
I think it was a very light-hearted joke.
If I was to cop a punch from every person whose missus I've spoken to, who I've spoken shit about to their face, I would be dead.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing funnier than when you're with people, and they know each other. They go way back with each other.
100%. Yeah.
He said a fucking joke, bro. She's got no hair.
You also have to think about the psychological side of things.
What
too.
fucking psychological side of things?
For Will Smith.
What?
Dude, this
with
fucking chick.
Oh, he's going to be so sad wiping his ass with his $100 fucking notes in the toilet at night, crying himself to sleep.
This is what, and I want to see your opinion on this too. Celebrities, bro, it's not all fucking rainbows and butterflies. Okay, they might have a lot of money, bro. Look at that, what was his name? He's got the same name as that singer.
Same name as
Fuck
the singer.
me.
Wow, that's such a fucking...
Robin Williams.
Yes, Robin
Look when
Williams.
he
Robin
died.
Williams. Yeah.
Look when he died. He had all the money in the world, bro. He was an advocate for positivity in life, yet he was one of the most depressed, man. He wasn't happy. For people
Yeah,
like you
I get it, I
for
get
people
it.
like us in a room, money will make us happy.
Correct.
For people like Robin Williams and all these guys that already have money, they need to find another avenue of happiness.
So what,
Because they've already
fucking
passed that happiness.
becoming an advocate for defending your fucking wife who cheats on ya
Well, no, it's more like...
works.
Okay, so celebrities, they have a lot of money. When you have a lot of money, you value more things because money is just a dollar amount. It's literally just a number. They can get what they want whenever they want. So more things such as like relationships and attention, reputation, they are valued higher than the
But
number that it says in their bank
their
account.
relationship's fucking fake, bro. They didn't value each other. They both his wife.
They put each other
Jada,
on show.
Yeah.
They admitted it on fucking, was it Oprah or one of those fucking talk shows?
I think so, yeah. Was that
Jada
when Will
didn't-
Smith almost started crying?
Yeah,
because,
she
Jada
didn't
was talking
fucking
about-
love him. She loved fucking other cocks, bro. That's all she wanted. That's all she wanted.
Yeah,
and
but-
he got back with her just for it's for appreciation. Oh, look at this man. He got cheated on, and he's got a heart. He still stayed with her. He's a
Yeah, but I don't
sick
think
cunt.
you're seeing it from Will Smith's perspective.
Bro.
Dude, this cunt looks like he's been through the war and back, yeah? And I feel like you have to remember, he's got a family too. He's probably still staying with Jada just for the family, yeah? To
His
keep his
kids
family
are
happy.
fucked.
I know his kids are fucked, but you got to understand, he's
Maybe
last...
he's depressed.
Did Jaden Smith end up chopping off his dick?
Who the fuck knows?
Yeah, Jaden
Yeah, he
Smith's
got
son.
he
yeah.
wanted a sex change.
Yeah, that was the thing. He before it was not before it was popular to be transgender.
Before it was cool.
Before it was cool, he wanted to cut off his own dick.
Really?
Yeah. That was a whole thing. Like,
I don't know too much about Jaden, but I know a bit about Willow, and she's fucking cooked too.
I don't know much about Willow. Tell
What's
me about
going on with her?
Yeah.
Well, I could more so through the MGK stuff. Like I watched a bit of behind the scenes
You
of
fucking
like them
go.
shooting the emo girl video clip and stuff, and she's just a fucking loose unit. Like just no respect for anyone. Like even the way she like gets,
Because
like you can see her in the
because she's
interview.
raised around money.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
suppose.
so that's this. Yeah, it comes
That-
back to
No,
valuing.
no fucking respect these kids. I tell you.
Hey Josh, when you can we talk about when you first sent us an inbox talking
Yeah.
about the podcast? So
Yeah.
there was a certain topic,
We were talking about
Hitler.
Hitler jokes.
Was it Hitler jokes? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think they're alright. As long as it's actually so you can joke about whatever you want, as long as it's funny. That means that Hitler is on the table. Yes, it's a overused punchline, and that's why people think it's not funny. But we're way past the point of it being, it's insensitive. If World War
reckon?
II, if World War II was 10 years ago, there would definitely be a lot more sensitivity about it.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what could make it funnier.
But do you think it is like that because of the lack of awareness
Lack of awareness for what?
for the Holocaust?
Yeah.
Are you lack of awareness for the Holocaust?
100%,
Bro, it's like the most studied thing.
When?
In
Yeah, but talk
What?
about it.
Well, hang
talk
on.
about it. Yeah, hang on a minute.
What?
Let me talk. Hang on a minute. Let me talk. What, you
What's-
go to school in high school, you talk about it for 2 years of your life, and then
Bro,
you never
fuck
talk
this.
it, and
He
you never
should be
hear
the
about
comedian.
Yeah.
it. Serious? What do you reckon?
I don't remember the Holocaust even being in my school curriculum.
What?
Yeah.
It's in fucking year 10 history.
Dude, compared to what I learned from in school and to what I watched on that TV, mate, they fucking told me nothing.
All right, so you did watch it on TV?
Correct.
So it's
on
readily
my own accord.
So it's readily available
on
to
my
you.
own accord before we had an argument about Hitler jokes, whether they were appropriate or not.
But it's readily available to you. There's more than enough information on the war and on the Holocaust. It's there.
Correct.
Is it? Okay.
Correct.
So just because it's not spoon fed to you as a kid doesn't mean that there's not enough awareness for it.
If you're ignorant to even the idea of something like that can happen, and then you live your life denying it, that's when it's a problem. But how common is a Holocaust denial? Like that doesn't. Do you know anyone that says it doesn't happen or it
Yes.
hasn't happened?
Turkey does that.
Kanye
each and every
West.
day.
Kanye West. Yeah.
We'll talk about that a bit later.
That's alright.
But-
That's good. That's set up for later.
I don't know. Look,
Yeah.
I watched some pretty fucking like heavy shit. Like just you scroll on YouTube and I can't remember what the name of the channel was, but they talk about I think it's called Top 10 or something, and they talk about the top 10 evil people during the stage of the Holocaust. Yeah, dude, Hitler wasn't even number one.
Yeah.
Cunt, you know what the Japanese used to do, bro? You reckon Hitler was bad? You know what the Croatians used to do to the Serbians, bro? Oh. Yeah, the Croatians used to do to the Serbians, man.
Make sure this is right because
Yeah, I was about to say that.
we're gonna
yeah.
get fucking hammered if this isn't right.
You know, like
because you know about fucking crows and
You know-
Serbs. Josh, you know about the fucking history of the crows and
I've
Serbs.
never had too much personal interaction, but I know a little bit.
There you go.
you know,
enough.
like when Nazi Germany was, the fucking bee's knees in Germany, and they were killing Jews.
Again, you can't say shit like that. I'll
Sorry,
I'll stop you
what?
there.
Sorry, what? Okay, sorry. Let me rephrase it. So when Hitler was the most popular person in
That's
Germany,
better. That's
same
better.
shit, same shit. He was a fucking bee's knees over there. They all loved him. He was a celebrity. Anyway,
Kind of, yeah, he was.
okay. Back to my point. So when they were doing all that shit to the Jews, the Crows were doing the exact same things to the Serbs.
Yeah.
They were called the Ustaše. It was a fascist party that ran Croatia. They had an alliance with Germany. Germany said, Croatia was like, oh, can we do this, this, this? Don't tell anyone. Germany's like, yeah, fuck, go for your life. Who gives a fuck? While that was happening, Japanese people were capturing Russians and Americans who were trying to stop Japan from taking China and other countries in Southeast Asia. So while all this shit was going in Europe, Japan was like, oh, fuck, look, tension's there. Let's fucking do this. Bro, they used to like boil people alive. They used to literally get AIDS and stick it in people just to see what would happen. They would impregnate people, like women with syphilis, just to test how the baby comes out. Put your arm in a freezer, then chuck it in boiling water to see how long or what would happen to it if it would recover. Bro, those people, the Japanese in World War II, were the fucking sickest people.
So I'll rebuttal that. This is a question for the both of you.
Okay.
So after hearing methods of torture like that from
War crimes.
crimes,
Just war crimes.
correct? We'll say war crimes.
Yeah.
Do you think it is appropriate after hearing stuff like that to make a joke? Do you think that is do you think it is
Yeah.
socially appropriate?
Yeah.
Inappropriate, yes, but that doesn't mean it's not funny.
Correct.
Yeah, so you can still
You can make humour out of anything.
yes.
Hey, you laughed at my joke about Jesus on the painting. That's wrong.
What was your joke about Jesus on the painting?
What's the difference between Jesus on the cross and painting of Jesus?
What?
Only takes one nail to hang a painting.
See, that's good. See, I like.
For
I
some
like that
reason,
joke.
I find that funny.
Yeah.
Oh well, think about all the Christians listening to this. My mum heard it. She fucking went skits, bro.
I believe it. No, I believe it.
Okay, so what's the difference between me
believe
saying a Hitler joke?
Well, you're not talking about fucking arms that have been cut off, frozen for fucking 30 days, and then
Yeah,
thrown
but
into a pot
Hitler
of
didn't do
boiling
that
water.
to the Jews. Hitler gassed them. But that's not. He's not Japanese, is he?
Yeah, but what about all these fucking other cunts that were taking kids in and fucking cutting their fingers off one by one and fucking sewing them and putting them on fucking necklaces? Well, that's okay.
Definitely not okay, but
Funny.
because look, you can not devolve, but you can compress down all the atrocities of the war from that side just by using Hitler as a punchline.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that name, there's no one, you can't even say the word Hitler in any context without it being tied back to that man and what happened at that point in human history.
Yeah.
That's probably why I think it's so sensitive.
Yeah.
To go to your point about, like you were saying before, like what you can and can't say. Look, if I got hit for saying something like while on stage, that would get heaps of attention. But the closest I've gotten is being booed for a joke about Floyd Mayweather beating his wife. Now, you should never joke about like domestic abuse in a casual sense, but if it's done correctly in a way of set up and payoff, and it ends up being funny, even if you can't say that,
It's still a reaction.
it's still a reaction. It's still a joke. I'm not advocating for anything, but to tie it back to the Hitler stuff, I'm not saying, like, I don't want to say anything that could be clipped out of context either.
Bro, the guy's funny. He had one ball.
Yeah.
He literally had one ball.
Yeah, but how is that funny?
It is. He had one ball.
I don't think that's funny.
The guy's
I think that's
not
just an
normal.
excuse to
He's
call him
disabled.
funny.
Was that a rumor?
No,
or
it's true.
So
100% proven?
Yeah.
can I just say, while we're on the topics
I'll
of
look it
all
up.
this Hitler stuff, so there was recently in the media, there's a prominent article about Kanye West and Piers Morgan going on at the
Yes,
moment.
yeah.
So I've watched this whole interview. Now I don't expect everybody to watch this whole interview. Yeah.
I watched it was like a 10-minute best of just to get like to form
Sorry,
some
just
opinions.
quickly. Analysis of long-lost medical notes seem to confirm that Nazi leader suffered from cryptorchidism. So yeah, he only had one nut. He got removed.
you go.
Fantastic. Confirmed live right now on the European Mindset podcast.
We'll share that. We'll clip that for a TikTok.
He had one nut.
So
Yeah.
Kanye West
Still had
recently
kids.
decided to tweet to the world quite a profound fucking was supposed to be a joke, and it's really kind of done a 180 on
See,
him.
here's the thing. I don't know if that was a joke. Because, so, it's well known that Kanye West suffers from bipolar.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And he's just a complete nutcase.
yes. One of the main, so I guess, sort of symptoms or, like, things associated with, bipolar, is mania. So, when you're manic, you'll say, like, it's been documented that people are likely to, like, not just likely, like, it's very common that they will say whatever they can to get attention. They'll, like, disrupt the peace. And when you're a big celebrity like Kanye West, and you've got that much media reach and attention, you're going to disrupt some peace.
Yeah.
So, I can't explain logically, because that's how I like to think. I like to think logically. This equals that. It's very hard to do that with mental illness, which Kanye clearly is, to some extent, mentally ill.
But he's always been like that. I feel like he always just wants to stick his dick in everyone's
West tweet
fucking
up, please?
business.
Yeah?
Yeah, he always wants to stick his dick in it.
Yeah, but after hearing what you just said, Josh, I can kind of understand. Like, you go quiet in the media for a while, you want a bit of attention, like,
Yeah.
and you have to understand too. He's just had a new drop with
That's another thing. Every single time that something new comes out relating to Kanye West, he does it like some sort of media stunt or some sort of big bit of attention to draw attention to that. The most recent example I can think of is the whole Pete Davidson beef. When that was happening, he was going to release a new album.
And it was shit.
Right, but everyone like knew that it was happening because of this public beef with Pete Davidson, the attachment.
Yeah, and
to
then he
Kim
turns
Kardashian.
around and he's like, oh, I'm going to post it on STEM Player. What the fuck is STEM Player?
Don't even know.
He made his own like music streaming company
Yeah,
where
yeah.
he keeps the profits. Do you think people fucking downloaded it?
No.
I think that was just more so of a stunt because more like people are trying to find new platforms now. Like I posted on our Instagram the other day about Rumble. Like there's a lot of guys that are moving over to Rumble.
Does that mean we have to fight?
Hey?
Does that mean we have to fight?
No, it's just
like
a new
Rumble.
fucking,
You want to
just
fucking Rumble?
What about Rumble appeals to you?
cancellation.
Yeah. So what is it like? Are you already treating Rumble as a backup plan, or do
Correct.
you want to just? Because
Look, the way that I'm so for people that are here,
The
I
fuck was
posted
that?
that was this.
Yeah.
I posted a little story up to see if anybody knew what Rumble is, what their thoughts on Rumble are. So what Rumble is, it's a new platform that's kind of like YouTube, and it's a platform that predominantly the Tates have started. It's more so a platform where
they
you
didn't start the platform; they were signed onto it recently.
Correct.
Yeah.
I believe that they were paid to promote the platform.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this platform, it's not to say that anybody can go on there and jump on like.
And just like spout anti-Semitic shit, for example.
Correct. Like you
Yeah.
can't have like terrorists and stuff like that. This is more so a platform for people. So for example, there's a guy that recently got cancelled called Steve Will Do It. He's a part of Nulk. He
I
got
love him.
cancelled. He's the fucking best. He got cancelled because he put a gambling URL in his YouTube video. On
Really?
his second account, which only
Yeah.
gets about 50k views.
Yeah.
And on his main account, which he had nothing to do with gambling, they got rid of that too.
That sounds to me like some sort of targeted attack. Like people were there ready with the button to press as soon as this guy fucks up. That's
Yeah.
it. Nuke the channel.
While back on the topic of the Kanye West stuff, I've got the tweet up here, so I'll just briefly read it. So
Okay.
Kanye West has now had both his Instagram and Twitter accounts locked after, I don't know what that word is, posts over the weekend. The tweet is, I'm a bit sleepy tonight, but when I wake up, I'm going to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. That was the tweet. So because of those words that he tweeted, he has now lost his brand deal with Adidas,
Yep.
which is worth about $270 million a year.
What?
He lost his brand deal with Adidas.
Worth? He's not a
200
billionaire anymore. He's lost billions with Adidas now.
$270 million annually. That's what they turn over. That's what Yeezy turns over annually just with Adidas.
There was another, like, I think the number that we both heard, there was something about losing 1.6...
Nah, he was worth 1.6.
worth
I
1.6.
think he lost about 600 million altogether or more.
Well, it'd
I
have to be
can't
more
remember.
to like be downgraded from billionaire status because he was definitely a billionaire.
100% he was. He quoted it. His quote was he was the richest black man in the world.
Yeah, and that's probably true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't say it
Although,
isn't.
oh, it's you say, you know, it's funny. The richest African American person, man or woman in the world is Elon Musk, and he's white.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's.
Is he white?
He's
He's from South Africa.
He's from South
What
Africa.
is?
That's
We're
why
going to be careful
African-American-
here.
Okay. He looks white at first glance. Okay, he looks white. So people assume. Like, I didn't even know about his heritage until.
No,
like,
he's
that fact
white.
was
What do you
brought up.
mean?
He's South African. His
Yeah.
heritage is South
Which means-
African.
yeah.
Dude, South Africa is like it's a country of the monarch. It's England. The white people went and fucking enslaved everyone.
Yeah, but
Just
I
'cause
know
you're South
some
African doesn't
some
mean
dark
you're
people. I
African.
know some dark people from South Africa.
No, I know that. I understand what you're saying, but fuck me. Just because he's South African doesn't mean he's black, bro. What the hell?
Yeah, but well, bro, you've got. But I'm gonna say
it's
it
like
on
when
TikTok,
fucking. It's like
there's
when
this young
Anglo
kid-
Indians
I should
fucking
Google his
say that.
parents.
There's this young kid on this is how stupid this is, yeah. So there's this young kid on TikTok, yeah. I've been following him for a while. For like a year, he posted nothing about being indigenous or having indigenous descent.
Oh,
yeah?
this sounds like some Meghan Markle shit, bro.
2 weeks later, this
Yeah.
guy's got indigenous jerseys on, indigenous hats, and he's talking like a indigenous
Oh yeah,
person.
yeah. No, I've seen someone who I won't name because it's live and it can't be edited out. Who I went to school with, and as soon as it benefited them from,
Oh, you can tell me
I
after.
want to know who this is because
Oh, I'll
I
tell you
know who
later. Yeah.
this is.
So as soon as it benefited them from Centrelink, suddenly they're posting all this Aboriginal stuff, and they're like, "Oh, here's my
Let's
these are my
be-
half siblings." I'm like doing tribal paintings and shit.
Let's be absolutely real. When you're at Centrelink and you can't find work and you got to go to that line, if you tick that box, you're treated like a king.
If you, you know what? Let's bring that up.
Yeah.
Job applications.
Yeah. Oh, actually, there was a place who was,
And that can go into women.
How are we
Yeah.
going for camera? We're gonna have a break,
Yeah, we're going to have a
yeah.
break.
and then we'll get into the whole
Okay,
Centrelink
all right,
stuff.
all right. This
I'm
is
going
okay.
for Smoko.
We'll be back. Smoke a break.
So, there was a job that I tried to to apply for that I didn't get because I wasn't Aboriginal.
Yeah.
So, that sort of discrimination exists,
Mm-hmm.
much less of a big deal. I don't care, apply for another job. But the fact that because someone's Aboriginal, they can get a job above someone, even if it was the same qualifications, by definition, that's discrimination.
Yeah.
But I'm in a fortunate position not to give a shit.
Yeah, correct. I think it is how much you invest, time you invest into worrying about stuff like that. Like in the construction industry, it is very, very prominent for like the indigenous cultures to join the industry. Like they have branch meetings for the unions.
Yep.
Excuse me. In a way, it's fantastic. Like it's awesome, but you gotta remember, people are people. Yeah, it doesn't matter fucking whether you're white, black, fucking brown, orange, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like that's consumed way too much.
People read into it way too much, and they say, "Hey, you have to have this level of diversity with this people and this people, and you have to do this and you
Just
have
like
to do
women.
Yeah, but what happened to just getting the job done?
That." Yeah, exactly.
That's why you don't have women on the job.
All right, look, it's us twice there.
Yeah, I think we've covered this before, and we've actually got females on our job at the moment.
Yeah.
Are
Sparkies.
they good at the job?
They come to work every day.
And
they
they get the
look
job
like they
done,
know
right?
what they're doing. They've
Yeah.
fooled me.
There you go. See, that's all that has to be. Yeah, you don't have to.
I fool people
Until
every
you
day. I don't
fucking-
know what the fuck I'm doing.
Oh, do the same.
Until you work with them.
Hey,
Until you work with them.
I've had no problem working with females.
I have.
Josh, are you happy to share what you do?
Yeah, of course. So, the job that makes the living is
Mm-hmm.
warehouse sort of employee,
Beautiful.
and I'm the forklift driver.
Nice.
I thought it might have been like a fucking Satan shop or something.
Nah, bro, nah, that would be more interesting.
Yeah.
So that's a very diverse gig.
No.
No,
So
it's not.
It's not. My specific situation, they seem to only hire Colombian people.
Oh.
So I've gone through
You're so lucky.
10. Lucky. Bro, I don't speak Spanish.
I love working with Colombian
I don't
women.
speak Spanish.
Really?
You
The
just
only-
sit
the
there
only
and you just go,
Spanish-
andale, 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 what are you
No,
doing?
The only Spanish I know is no hablo español, which just means I don't speak Spanish.
The
That's
most
it.
important line.
Yeah, exactly. And they hire people who, yes, they work good, but if I'm supposed to be communicating with them and telling them what to do, what not to do, and how to do it, if they can't understand what I'm saying,
Yeah.
then it's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But, we get past it because at the end of the day, we've got a job to do.
Exactly right.
So-
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like people just consume way too much of their time trying to tell people what they are. And
Oh, yeah, for sure. And that really shows on the people who spend all their time behind a screen looking at politics and they go, yep, this is that, cancel this, promote that. This is my agenda. This is not my agenda. This is in bad interest. And they don't actually experience the real world. It's all about like what they consume and what they see. And it's very fucking evident.
Well, George and I kind of fucking had a bit of and Chris as well, and Dange too. Before we started, we were talking. Sorry, I know we make fucking plans of what we're going to talk about.
That's
but
all
we
right.
always
That's all right.
veer off,
Derail. That's okay.
Yeah, we were just kind of talking about how social media is kind of a sickness. Now, I don't know if
Oh.
you're too prominent on TikTok, but I can sit there and watch TikTok for ages. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a trap.
Do you watch a lot of lives on TikTok?
Not lives. I get stuck in the when your brain just automatically does stuff and you sit there and you scroll, you keep scrolling, and suddenly it's been half an hour. Yeah,
Happens
everyone
to
falls
me
in the trap.
every night. There's a guy on TikTok called Sahim.
Zahim.
Sahim.
Have
Have you heard of that guy?
No.
So this guy walks around Melbourne.
Fucking spastic.
He's a fuckwit. So this guy is 20... I don't know. I think he's only fucking 20 years old or whatever, yeah?
Yeah.
Walks around fucking Melbourne CBD all day and night with the phone up in the air like this, yelling and screaming and calling people out all day, yeah?
Yeah.
This guy... So, you obviously know about gifting on TikTok, yeah?
Yes.
You can fucking send gifts and gifts are worth money, yeah? So, if somebody that gifts him goes and gifts one of his enemies that he has, this cunt runs a riot. Lets everybody know about it, hammers him for it, and just like, it gets to his head.
Okay.
And it's just like, how can something get to your head? It's a fucking social media app. This guy's whole life consumes it. He wakes up in the morning. From 6 o'clock in the morning, he's on fucking live stream till fucking when he goes to bed.
That's not healthy. There's no argument that can be made that says, yes, it's healthy that the first thing you do is attach your brain to the lump sum knowledge of everything.
He doesn't even have a glass of water in the morning.
No,
He's
just
straight on
straight
the
up.
fucking phone, Josh.
See, now that's not good. That's I know I'm trying to make social media my business, but I know like, I'd like to think that I know exactly how healthy and how unhealthy it is to be stuck there, like
Yeah.
scrolling. I want to find a way not to weaponize it, but kind of so that, okay, now that I'm doing this, it will feed into this. So social media on TikTok will then link to the podcast. Podcast will then link to YouTube. YouTube can then link to, hey, come see me live. I'll sell tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the general kind of business plan that I'm trying to go for. So social media is a tool, but so are the people that use it. Yeah. The people who use it are tools
You're
as
right.
well. Yeah.
You're
It's
right.
all one big engine. Yeah. It sounds kind of conspiracy theorist, but
But it's true. You see it. Like, people see it. You can't deny it. You got people that fucking... Like, there's another guy that I come across. He lives in America. This guy, he's a young kid. He'd only be like 18, 19.
Yeah.
His name's Nova.
okay.
So this kid... it's a whole... Do you know much about Discords? Because I know nothing about Discords. And all this guy talks about is his little world in his Discord.
Yeah, it's like if you imagine a radio channel that's always open and has group chats that are categorized by however you want, but everything's all connected in that sense. That's essentially what Discord is, and it's very easy to get, disconnected from everything else that's going on if you only interact with that one little community, which is what it sounds like he's doing.
It's like Skype for gamers.
Yeah,
Okay.
more like TeamSpeak. Did you ever use that?
No.
No. Well, that's
No, I don't think I do.
that was the same sort of thing, but it was like voice channels, text channels, but I never got into it, and it's not a very good conversation continuer. So
For some reason, this just popped into my head. Remember the Minecraft days?
absolutely,
That was the fucking best, man.
yeah,
On the Emmanuel College laptops,
yeah,
fucking they worked well too.
they did. But see, that's the thing with those laptops. They weren't very good, but for what you could use them for, like with the Minecraft servers and being able to connect, like it was LAN. That's what it was.
Yes!
Yeah, being able to LAN connect with everyone in the room.
Yeah,
That was the shit, especially like back in our day.
Yeah.
When like
that was a
that
big
was
thing.
that was like revolutionary for
100%
us.
it was.
Yeah, did you get into that, or were you
No,
not one of the cool
we
kids?
had Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
No,
So
I never got onto Counter
We were a
Strike.
bit cooler.
Dude, on
Yeah,
a Friday night, I don't know, how would we get in contact?
How?
It
Skype.
wasn't...
Was it Skype? I don't know. I'm sure
I'm
once or
trying to think
twice.
how the fuck we would even get in contact.
Kick.
I don't know. Kick? Oh, I
No.
didn't really use Kick. Maybe I just knocked on your door once or twice.
Might have been.
Yeah, that could have been it. I know, because I was in more contact with Corey than I was with you.
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
Corey was more so the savvy with that.
Yeah.
I just fucking...
Dude,
found
I
them.
remember like one time, he asked, "Oh yeah, can I come over?" Yeah, no worries. I look out the window and he's crossing the road in like UGG boots with his laptop, trying not to drop shit. And he's like, he's not a massive guy, so it was pretty funny.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And he still is the same size.
Yeah, well, I wasn't gonna diss him.
He's
But...
still. I'm gonna diss him because he's my brother. He still is the same size.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'd go over like a Friday evening and we'd go over to Josh's house, who was just across the road.
Yeah.
And we'd sit for fucking hours and play Minecraft.
Yeah.
And on the street too. Do you want to talk
Oh,
about
yeah.
the fucking
So this
street
is
shenanigans?
I was kind of thinking of how to start it. Like this is how I wanted to start the podcast, but it's
That kinda
alright. It's
drifted
alright.
in well, though.
We'll segue into So back in the I guess like street hooligan days when like we weren't attached to computers, we'd still watch YouTube videos, and one of the popular I guess groups at the time were the Janoskians.
Oh, for
So-
fuck's sake.
Yeah. I know. So I know Kyle was a fucking massive fan of them.
Yeah,
Like you
yeah.
love their shit, and I was always interested in I guess like this sort of thing. What we're doing here, like production, like being funny, filming stupid shit. So we took that idea. I had a video camera. I was filming like dumb videos. You film dumb shit when you're 12. I was doing that at the time.
Hoping to go viral.
You
You see Roman up with all these guys.
It got to one of the teachers at school, and I got in big trouble.
Bullshit.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't want to tell you when there's a live stream. I'll tell you about it after.
Okay. Yeah.
But we combined the idea of one of the Janoskians. They would two
rope.
people would stand. Yeah, they would stand on opposite.
Oh,
ends
the
of
invisible
road,
rope
and
prank.
they'd pull a rope, right?
Yeah.
So we would do that shit in this street to our neighbours. Stupid thing, because they know who we are.
Two
They know our
houses.
face. Yeah, 2 houses away. Like, didn't even try to be discreet. But what we did do is we hid a video camera on a tripod. Now, I tried to think ahead. I took the SD card out so it would save directly to the camera. And when I put the SD card in, it wasn't visible. I was like, okay, cool. Got this footage. No worries. Of us, like, literally, I guess, committing a crime? Was it?
Pretty much.
It was committing a crime.
Yeah.
And
Public
then-
indecency.
Yeah, well, you know,
Not
that's
public indecency. You know what I
public,
mean. Nuisance.
Nuisance.
That's
That's
the
it.
one.
That's the word. Not indecency. That's a different thing. That's a bit more serious.
Yes, we don't cover that.
No, we don't do. Well, that's a.
That's
part-
my sort of shit.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't want to fucking... What?
Public nuisance. So we would film, us pretending to pull a rope and catching the neighbours, and the camera was always hidden, hid the footage. But the problem is I forgot about it. Here's the part you don't know. Years later, my dad was moving family videos from the SD card onto the computer. And then when he took it out, he goes, "Hey, Josh, what's this that you and the neighbours are doing?" And he just has like this completely incriminating evidence of us doing this stupid shit. And then I got in trouble for it. It was years later.
Because our parents, even when they found out about it too through Shiloh. I think Shiloh might have said something. Or someone said something, yeah? Or it might have even been the kids up the road.
Yeah.
And fucking they hammered us. We copped it.
Yeah.
That was it. We weren't allowed on the street.
I thought that's probably why we actually stopped playing around the street.
I think it might have
And that's
been.
probably why we started playing Minecraft as well.
You know why it was? I'm pretty sure this is why it was. So you know the roundabout?
Yeah.
Up the road? Sorry, we're kind of talking...
This is local now.
That roundabout up there.
Yeah.
Not the house on the corner, the double story.
Yes.
You know the... Used to be a big guy, bald guy, yeah?
Was that one that we ding-dong dished once?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. I hid in their neighbours when they were still building that house.
Okay.
They caught us.
Oh.
Now, when we were younger, we had dramas with their kids doing the same thing. So it was so coincidental that we fucking, at their young age, went ding-dong ditched on their door. So they took it as us fucking revenge, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it wasn't. It was just us being stupid. They came straight to their house here, told mum and dad, and that was it. That was it. I don't actually remember coming out on the street after that again. I don't know.
But I think we all did dumb shit when we were kids. I remember once, my parents never bought me flash things.
Mm-hmm.
And the big thing in my neighbourhood was bikes.
Okay, yeah.
Everyone had their mongoose bikes, yeah? And they're fucking, at the time, they were 200
penny boards
bucks.
and stuff.
No, this is before that.
Okay, yeah.
This is like when I was 10, 11 o'clock. Fucking hell, I'm thinking about work. 10, 11 years old. And they all had fucking mongoose bikes. And my parents just bought me a bike from Kmart. So it was just a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So one time, I decided to steal one of the boys' bikes. And this was a fat fucking kid. And I hated the shit out of him. So it was like, I was loving it.
What was his name? I'll clip it.
I can't. We're
It's
on
a
live.
live stream.
Well,
Yeah.
does he watch?
I don't really... His name was Angus.
Okay, yeah, go. Yeah. Fuck you, Angus.
And we used to call him Angry Angus.
Yeah.
Like the burger from Hungry Jack's.
Hungry Jack's burgers are fucking on top at the moment.
No, they're not.
Yeah,
anyway.
Sorry, this is a debate now.
So I stole this kid's bike. And I didn't know that his parents had seen me take his bike.
Mm.
Anyway, so I rode it home, put it in the backyard.
Oh, you goose.
Yeah, I took it home. I stole his bike.
Yeah.
Bro, I was like 10 years old, man. I stole his fucking bike. I was hoodlum. I was a real criminal, bro.
Yeah.
From a young age. Anyway.
Blood or a crip?
Oh, blood, mate.
I
Look at the red.
cunts that do shit like
Yeah,
this.
it's like the
You're
fucking
blood.
Doctor Strange shit, yeah, with the hand symbols.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Trying to like conjure up some shit. Anyway,
Fucking
continue.
does, mate.
You could do that.
I could, yeah, but I'm not like I can't do the fucking what is it like? I'm not gonna do gang signs.
You're not on
No
this
gang
podcast.
signs on the podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, so I stole his bike. I was sitting at home. I was watching Home and Away. It was like 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Watching Home and Away. And
That checks out with the Australian timetable
Yeah.
of like what's on.
we
really does.
Yeah.
we get a knock at the door. Dad goes and answers it, and it's Angry Angus's dad. And this guy's a fucking absolute, as a kid to me, absolute cocksucker of a person.
Yeah.
He's like, "Where's your fucking dirty son?" And my dad's like, "The fuck, cunt?" He goes, "George, get the fuck over here."
Yeah.
Anyway, I go over. "Where's Angus's bike?" I'm like, "I don't know." He goes, "Look at me. I seen ya. Where's his bike?" And I'm like, "Dad, tell him I don't know." He goes, "Well, he fucking doesn't know, so he doesn't have it." He's going, well, I saw him come out the front of my house, pick up Angus's bike, and take off with it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, that was my bike. That was my bike. Like, no, it's not. Trying to deny it, yeah. And he goes, "Well, where'd you leave it?" I'm like, I can't remember. It was at the start of the day. I can't remember. Anyway, close the door. My dad's like, "Look, he doesn't have it. Fuck off." Close the door. He's like, "George, where's the bike?" It's in the backyard. It's like, oh, fuck.
Is this at the same house?
This is the same house. And I had to wait up till 10 o'clock at night, which back then was fucking ludicrous, bro. That's late. That's like fucking... That's late.
That shit that you do with your grandparents when they let you stay up late.
Yeah, exactly. And we had to put the bike in the ute, drive it, and just dump it. And
So your old man had your back.
yeah, of course, mate. They
Oh,
have
what a
to.
champion.
Yeah. And he
Good
just
on
said to me, he goes, "Just don't do that again." My old man's almost... Oh, I've got another story.
Does Angus
I've got
know to
another
this day that
story.
you pinched it?
Nah.
Fuck you,
him.
Angus.
Fuck him. Here. Hang on, what's going on with the mouse? Alright, I'll go one more then. So there was another kid down the road, and I also hated this. I just hated everyone. There was probably about 6 of
You
us.
still do.
Have you ever considered that you were the problem?
No, I wasn't.
Yes.
I wasn't.
I consider that every podcast
I wasn't.
episode.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this was when I was maybe, I would have been 11, all right? And there was, out of like 6 people, I only got along with one other, Matthew Tasinovich. He went to Willie High. Matthew Tasinovich.
I know him.
And he was a good kid. I fucking loved him. I still do. He's a good bloke. And we're hanging out at this kid's court. Yeah, he lived in a court, and he has like a basketball ring. He's got his Nerf guns out, and he's acting like, oh, look what I got, this and that. I didn't have Nerf guns. My parents didn't buy me that shit. That was bad for you. If you had Nerf guns as a kid, you were going to be a criminal.
Yeah, I was never allowed them either.
Yeah, same. No, I wasn't even allowed like lightsabers. Like
I
that was
feel
a
like
big deal.
we did some shit with made up guns on the street. Did we?
What'd you do, the fucking fake gun challenge or
Did
something?
we? Or am I just fucking saying shit?
No, I think you're thinking of water pistols in the summer.
Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
what it might have been.
That would have been it. Yeah, because I remember there was a whole incident.
Yeah, I reckon.
But we won't get into that.
Ooh,
sort of
no,
incident.
I don't know about
No.
that. Do
No?
I know about that?
No. It was just like neighborly disputes and shit. Like that was like near the end point.
I
before-
do know about this.
Yeah, with 2 houses away from where I lived. Without naming those names, yeah, those guys.
Okay, yeah.
That whole issue. That's like, oh, let's just fucking dig up old skeletons. Yeah.
That was scary.
Yeah. Anyway. Anyway.
Anyway.
Sorry, George.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Just fucking hijacking my story.
We let you talk for 10 minutes. 5
So,
minutes.
so this kid's dad comes out, and he's like, he was another wanker. They're all fucking wankers. And the cunt still waves at me when I'm on the road. I just want to fucking swerve into him.
Yeah.
He's like, he goes, what's your name? I've never met him, because when we were kids, we never met the parents. We just hung out on the street.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm George. He goes, what footy team do you follow? I'm like, Hawthorn. And he goes, literally, imagine this isn't a 10, 11-year-old kid. Get the fuck out of my fucking street. Only Collingwood supporters here. You can fuck off now. And this was on a Sunday. So I shit myself. Yeah, I pissed off. Went home. Dad's like, why are you home? I'm like, the man, Flynn's dad told me to fuck off. He said, get the fuck out of my street. And my dad's like, is that right? He goes, get in the fuck car. So we get in the car. We go down to this guy's house.
You're meant to gun.
We go out to this guy's house. And Flynn's still at the front. No. Fuck him. His name's Flynn.
Fuck
and
you,
Flynn's
Flynn.
still at the front.
Flynn who?
I don't know his name. I don't know his surname. Flynn's out the front.
Fuck you,
Fuck
Flynn.
Flynn.
You dog.
And
Josh,
this guy,
say fuck you, Flynn.
Fuck you,
That's
Flynn.
it.
Yeah, and this
Sorry, no hard feelings. I got no idea who you are.
and this kid's playing fucking, I don't even know why. I think he was trying to shoot Nerf bullets into the fucking basketball hoop. Fucking stupid. And my dad comes up, he goes, get your dad. And the guy's like, what? Get your dad. What? Am I fucking stuttering? Go get your dad.
Yeah.
And he just bolts in. Same thing that I did, just fucking runs. Dad, there's a man here. Anyway, comes out, and my dad's just gone face to face. He's like, what'd you tell my fucking son? And this guy's like, I fucking told him to fuck off. And they're fucking starting to like yell at each other. Because my dad's like, you don't fucking talk to my son like that, this and that. And this Flynn guy gets this, mate, I can't even explain. It was probably 6 feet long Nerf gun. Remember those really long ones?
Yeah, like the
6 feet long. And he points it at my dad's head. I'll fucking shoot you! I'll fucking shoot you! You think I'm scared? And my dad's going, tell your retarded son to get that fucking gun out of my face! I'll fucking shoot you! And his hands are going like this. What are you gonna do?
Hey, he probably thought he was a mad cunt, yeah? with the
Yeah, he
gun.
probably thought it was hard. And I'm just going, yeah, fucking drop the gun. Drop the gun. You're shit. Drop the gun. You're not gonna do
You're
anything.
standing behind your old man.
And I'm going, what are you gonna fucking do? Yeah. Fuck, get him, dad.
That's the only time you're allowed to swear, and then when you get back in the car, what's your fucking language, son? Let me handle it.
Just because you hear me fucking swear doesn't mean you can fucking swear.
Yeah, it
Sorry.
happens to the
Oh.
It's a
fucking
different
best of us.
standard.
I'm sorry, daddy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I just heard you say it, so I thought because they were bad.
Does
He's
Flynn
like,
still live on your street?
I don't know. I don't really know. I actually, fuck him. I couldn't give a fuck.
Because I've noticed with guys that still live on our street,
Yeah.
like your old man, when he still drives past, he still waves.
Oh, yeah.
Up the street. You know who I'm talking about, four up the road.
Yeah.
Nothing. They'll be out the front. They're always out the front, especially their old man.
Yeah.
I'll go to wave, he'll look at me, he won't wave at me. That's just like...
Because people hold grudges.
Every weekend. Yeah, but I don't understand that, and this happens all the time. Like, even for people you used to go to school with. Say, for example, you and I.
Yes.
we used to live across the road from each other, yeah? Say, for instance, we see each other at a shopping centre.
Yeah.
We walk straight past each other. That happens so much. Why do people not fucking say hi to each other that know each other?
Has that happened? Is that an anecdote?
I'm not saying it actually has happened.
Okay, I was going to say, have I?
Is
Is there something that I've missed? 'Cause, like, I don't think...
No, I'm using it as an example. Like, why does that happen? Like, people you used to be best friends with.
Because motherfuckers are fake.
You reckon?
Well, look, there's also the whole... Okay, when I go grocery shopping, for example, I'm there to buy groceries. Like, I've got one
Not there
job.
for a
Maybe it's
fucking.
guy thing.
Not there for a social fucking
I'm
gathering.
not saying to stop and say, "Oh fuck, hey, how are you? What are you
And
having
sit
for
there
dinner?"
for half an hour,
Yeah.
and talk.
Even just a hello, like there's
Oh
people.
no, if someone says hello, I'll
No,
say
you just
hello.
do the awkward head nod. You go.
Yeah, but people won't even do that nowadays. Like I was at Highport Shopping Centre the other day. I saw someone I used to go to Willie High with. I won't mention the name because we're on live stream. I walked straight. No, I'm not going to. I walked straight past him. And
I just mentioned 2 names.
Yeah, well, this is prominent. You knew Flynn when you were 10. I'm not going to mention it. I'm looking at this person, like, not trying to fucking like stop and have a conversation. Just like, oh, hey, how are you? And just keep walking, yeah? Looking straight at the fucking ground. Won't even look up where they're walking. It's just like, what's wrong with you, cunt?
Yeah.
Say hi to me. I'm not mean.
You're feeling a bit lonely, are you?
I feel lonely.
Do you want to talk about
This
it?
has become a therapy session
I
now.
feel lonely.
Do you want to talk about it?
Nah, that's...
Why when people I used to
I just
know
don't get it. Like,
socialise?
where's the manners, man?
Yeah.
Where's your manners? But what else we're going to add for this episode? Josh, just bring up a few things on your agenda.
Okay, cool. So, I understand you boys have been watching the Jeffrey Dahmer show series.
Yeah.
I can't bring myself to watch another episode.
Oh, another one. Why did you stop?
First episode.
Really?
I was freaked out. Look. We got to clip this into a fucking... We got to clip this.
Okay, look.
They're my dad's
Listen.
gigging glasses.
Listen, like...
I want to hear your heartbeat because I want to eat it.
Fuck, they actually look pretty good, those glasses, huh? They're actually Dharma
They're
glasses.
fucking dirty, bro.
But why do all serial killers wear the same glasses?
They
Help you see better,
them
obviously. Who the fuck wears...
Actually,
you wear glasses
so
to see better.
There's a statistic. It's like I think it's 80% of serial killers have bad vision, but it's like it's got nothing to do with the fact that they're serial killers. It's just a thing that happens.
Okay.
I don't know exactly how accurate that number is, but we roll with it as solid fact now.
It works.
It works. It just is.
works.
So, as for Jeffrey Dahmer,
How do
don't
you
know.
find it? What are your
So-
takes?
okay, when he got arrested, he became a sort of a not pop culture icon, but he got some fame.
He got glamorized.
Yeah, he got glamorized, and
Fucking
then,
obviously, you find 17 bodies in a house, bro. You're
Yeah.
going to get known.
yeah,
This
exactly.
went international like that.
Yeah, but he's known for all the wrong reasons. Anyway, continue,
Yeah.
Josh.
So people would decide to dress up as him for Halloween because it was a funny joke.
AKA.
Right. Well, it's not Halloween yet, but like it's the same general idea. So this is going to be spoilers for the next episode that I'm going to release.
Yeah.
I'm going to dress up as Jeffrey Dahmer on my podcast with other people that I'm going to have guest on.
Okay.
And we're going to podcast is normal. We're still going to discuss like the nature of jokes just like this, but I'm just going to be dressed as Dahmer. So like if that shit's taken out of context, I go, wow, you can't say or you can't do this. It's like, well, I can because I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like.
Just like the Hitler jokes. I said it and I did it.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
And what?
Have you watched the whole episode?
Yeah, whole series. Yeah, I watched. So like I was.
It's not even that bad, man.
No, dude, I was like eating. I don't watch shit without eating, so I'm like sitting there eating steaks and that while he's like cooking up livers and lungs and shit. They're like, hey, this is great.
How
This is...
ironic.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't know it was gonna happen. It just happened. I'm sitting there
When
going.
he's sitting there in the fucking cafeteria with the chicken wing and he's like, hey, everyone, don't you think this looks like a human thumb? He goes, well, at least I think it is. And everyone's just looking at him like, you fucking sick
That's
pig.
real. No, yeah, he is. So he would actually taunt people in prison,
Yeah,
like almost trying to provoke some sort of response.
that was
Because-
before he found God.
Yeah. So like, yeah, that's another thing. Like by the end of the show, he like becomes religious, gets baptized, all that shit.
Spoiler alerts.
Ah, fuck it.
Fuck
It's
you, you haven't
history.
watched it?
It's
Been
history.
out for ages.
Yeah. So like he gets baptized the same time that John Wayne Gacy, like he's like this another serial killer.
Yeah,
and
he's
like,
cooked. He's fucked.
Yeah. So at the same
He's the
time.
guy that ate a berry for his last meal.
No.
Is that him?
Not sure. I don't know much about him.
Or did John Wayne Gracie dress up as a clown?
Yes, the
Yes,
clown.
that's the
Okay,
one, the
yeah,
clown
yeah,
guy.
yeah.
So is that like clowns are considered scary? Or
I think
is
so,
it,
yeah. I think he played a
Just,
big part in that.
Some
yeah.
guy decides to dress up and
Killer clown.
kill a clown. So
Imagine that rocking up to a fucking birthday party. You hire a clown, he starts fucking pulling his dick out.
Yeah, bad.
You want to see a show? Just fucking leaving it.
You want to see Joel? Go, Josh. Sorry, we keep cutting you off.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I like the banter dynamic here.
We're
that we've
so
got.
good at that.
It's good. So, the same time that he got baptized, he got baptized at the same time that John Wayne Gacy got the lethal injection.
Yep.
But building up to that, he would, just taunt people in prison trying to get a response, because by the end he knew he was guilty. He didn't regret anything, and he wanted the death penalty. So
he gave his rights up.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. So instead of the death penalty, because of the laws in Milwaukee at the time, they gave him 15 consecutive life sentences, which makes no sense unless you're Buddhist, because that's where rebirth comes in.
Yeah.
So just to say, hey, you got to serve 15, that's just overdoing it.
100%.
It's
It's pointless.
Yeah, it is. Just
It really is. Who's gonna live fucking? What wasn't it 200 and something years?
Oh yeah. But
It's something crazy. Something crazy. Yeah.
No, more than 200, because the 15 life sentence, if lifespan is 80
70 years back
70,
then.
80 years. Yeah. So 70 times 50, or even 70 times 10
It's
is
stupid.
700.
Stupid.
Yeah?
What is it now? Is it 20 years? A life sentence?
What? That doesn't.
I think 20 years is a life sentence now.
Depends how old you are. How long you got left.
Is that how it works?
Say if I'm 40 years old, they'll give me 40 years and say it's a life sentence.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, but if you.
I thought a
survive
life
till 80
sentence was a number.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Because I've heard 25. There's a song called 25 to Life.
That means you either get 25 years or life.
I thought it was 25 or life.
Oh my god.
Oh, I don't know, bro.
Well, if it is like that,
God.
then you serve 25 years, no negotiable, but as soon as you hit that 26th year, maybe you could come out.
Yeah, it could be.
'cause
Yeah.
Prison is supposed to be about rehabilitation. It's not supposed to be, hey, you're punished. It's supposed to be, hey, let's treat you. You're unwell in some sort of way. You're committing violent crimes. Let's figure out what's wrong with you and why you did what you did.
And just down the track, it's just been fucking... they've
It's
forgotten
just-
about the rehabilitation. They just lock them up, throw the key away.
Yeah, we can get into the politics of it, but it just gets too strung in and overcomplicated.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got an article here. So, how many years is a life sentence? The minimum non-parole term for a life sentence in Victoria is 30 years, unless a court considers it's not in the interest of justice to set such a term. So, 30 years is considered a life sentence.
Okay, even if you're 18 years old and they say life sentence 30, realistically 48 you're out.
Yeah, it's kind of not really...
Yeah. Although if you're in prison for 30 years, you miss out on a lot of life. Just think about how many Jeffrey Dahmer was 30 years ago. Yeah? 1991 was when he was arrested.
Well, there was a YouTube documentary that I watched. It was about death row, and there was he's not young now, he's in his 40s now, but he committed a home invasion when he was 17 years old,
right.
and he was just
Is
talking
that
about...
Killer? Or
No, it's got that it's a 2-part series, 2-part episode. It's about death row.
No, I'm thinking about something else.
Okay. And this guy, they locked him he was locked up 23 hours a day, only had 1 hour allowed outside in the cage, and they did an interview over his hour. And he was explaining that, his life is pretty much down the drain now. So he had I think it was a 50-something year sentence. He was explaining, and this really hit me because I was a young kid watching it at the time, yeah? He'd never been to a prom, never driven a car, never had a driver's license, hadn't fucking, been to a birthday party, hadn't been to an 18th birthday party.
He's missed out on all these critical, personal life development stages because of this prison sentence.
Correct, and he basically said that is his life gone. So that's how his perspective of what a life sentence was,
Yeah.
And it's crazy how he was kind of talking
But
about.
then you can say 1 year sentence is a life sentence because even in a year you miss out on heaps of shit.
Correct, but not hypothetically. Fucking on paper, it's 30 years.
That's
You know
still,
what I mean?
On
On paper, a life
yeah.
sentence is 30 years.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I can't bring myself to watch the rest of the Dharma stuff. That guy's fucking... Yeah.
Because I look at it as not as an experiment, but as okay, this is an insight. Yes, they're over glorifying. Hey, look at this guy. Look at what he did. And every single time that they make a new documentary or a new TV series about Jeffrey Dahmer, all the victims' families just get
Oh, you
reminded of all
fucking
the
sound
trauma.
like my missus.
But it's true. But can you imagine being one of those families?
She said the same thing.
Even that... Do you know much about Sandy Hook?
I know a little bit.
Can you imagine being... I love Alex Jones.
Yeah.
For me, I reckon Alex Jones is a sick cunt.
That's Instagram bannable, I think.
I think it might be. But me, I reckon Alex Jones is a sick cunt, yeah?
He's a very good speaker.
What he said about Sandy Hook, he's a dumb cunt.
Correct,
I
I
will
agree.
never, ever advocate something like that, yeah?
Yes.
But basically, what he did with the whole Sandy Hook stuff was he came out and said that it was all a conspiracy theory. So
Yeah,
Sandy
it
Hook was
like
a mass shooting.
They're all crisis actors.
Correct.
It wasn't real, and then you're like essentially or to go to all the parents like your children's deaths are all like fake.
Fake,
Yeah.
They had to sit through court cases for all this. Can you imagine being the fucking parents?
Yeah.
Sitting through
Like
a court case, somebody saying that your child's death is a hoax.
Yeah.
Like, he's a fuckwit for saying that, but everything else he says, I love him.
Okay, so what do you think about the verdict then, where he was fined almost $1 billion?
Not good enough.
Not good enough.
Not good enough.
So you think that the punishment, because like
Why is money put on a value of life?
Exactly. So how can you?
This is getting deep.
You can't even fine a corporation. Oh no, you can like big corporations. You can fine $1 billion, but like companies, to fine someone $1 billion, it has to be fucking major.
Yeah.
To fine an individual $1 billion for spreading lies. Again, it attaches the dollar value and it says, hey, this is worth this much, and then now it's subject to, is this worth it? Like, is it too much? Is it not enough? And now it starts this whole entire ethical debate.
Oh my god. I've got a different point of view. For example...
Hang on, let's just...
No. This is with what he's saying.
Let's hear it.
This is what he's saying. So are you trying to say like is this all these what he's paying this $1 billion? Is that what the families are receiving?
I'm not entirely sure.
They're
how the
liquidated
money-
damages. So the $1
Yeah.
billion is supposed to be for the liquidated damages that are being caused for the family. So all of the headaches and the...
Okay.
$1
So
billion is such a big number though.
so Melbourne show, that girl getting hit by a roller
Yeah,
coaster.
but that's completely different.
No, listen.
Okay, go.
So she's on life support or whatever the hell. I don't actually know what's going on
She's
anymore.
a dumb
'cause she's
bitch.
not on she's not on the news
I
anymore.
know some things about this one too.
And a year ago she was in a car accident. She was on drugs.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't know that.
her
part.
parents are suing Melbourne Show.
Allegedly.
Okay, allegedly.
Her parents are suing Melbourne Show. While her daughter's in a coma, could die, could survive, don't know. Do you think they're trying to like? It's like, are you really struggling if you're gonna take someone to court? It's like
but
you're
they're
trying to get
suing-
financial gain
They're
out
suing
of your
for
daughter
different
dying.
reasons. They're not
Yeah.
suing for like liquidated damages. They're suing for the ride being unsafe or
No, they weren't. No, they weren't.
Whatever the protocols were. They're
Okay,
suing for a
so
completely different reason.
I'm confident enough I can solve this case right now. There is a barrier around, right?
Yes, that keeps you
Exclusion
out.
zones.
Yep.
You know exactly what
As soon
exclusion
as-
zones are.
Yeah, as soon as you cross that barrier, you are in the wrong.
Correct. You're not insured for nothing.
Yep. Therefore,
That's what an exclusion zone.
So why are they suing?
because
She'll
they
be a-
think, they
She
think-
can try. I can say I want to sue Josh for saying that I'm a girl. I can take him to court. Doesn't
Did I
mean
say
I'm
that?
gonna
I
win.
remember saying that.
Doesn't mean I'm gonna win. You know what I
Can
mean?
be a
Like-
bit of a bitch sometimes.
But yeah, I think putting $1 billion price tag on somebody's life or multiple people's lives and trying to say that $1 billion will save somebody's grief for the rest of their
The
life.
whole
is not
point,
good
the
enough.
whole point in
It's
doing
fucked up.
that was to ruin him, so he couldn't say anything like that again.
Yeah, but how does that ruin him? Because it's not.
Well, if the company-
it's
He's
Alex
lost all
Jones.
his-
Yeah, but
he's
it's
lost-
Alex Jones that's being sued.
Yeah, he's lost all credibility.
Yeah, but it's not. He's got trusts. He's got companies.
If he
He'll
owns
be
the
fine
company-
after this.
Not $1 billion. He's not worth $1 billion. That's the
No,
thing.
not at all. No, he's not worth $1 billion. Same as Amber Heard. She's not worth fucking.
Okay,
however
so
much she got sued.
so the whole
Yeah.
point of that was not to teach a lesson. That was to shut him down.
Yeah, but how do you know? How do you know that Alex Jones is going to pay this? That's the thing. How do you
All
know?
right,
Amber, how
don't.
do you know?
And then
You've
if he
got the
doesn't, he
media.
gets done for fraud.
And
Yeah,
he
but
gets
how do you know
arrested.
Amber Heard's going to pay this? It's funny because they say for all these people to pay these amounts.
She'll get done for negligent
they
fraud.
say for all these people to pay these amounts of money.
Yeah.
But you don't hear anything after it.
She'll go do.
Where does all that go?
Maybe she's doing OnlyFans.
How do you know? How do you know that? I hate it when we're trying to have a serious conversation and you say stupid shit.
That's how is that fucking
I
stupid?
don't understand. Like,
This can't.
but we're having a
How
conversation.
is that
It's
stupid?
stupid.
You
fucking
glorify
stupid.
OnlyFans. You fucking love it. And you're
Yeah,
gonna
but
tell
on the
me
topic
that
of
I've
what we're
said some.
Anyway,
This can't.
I think $1 billion is worth nothing.
Sorry, this is fucking Channel 9 News here tonight. Fucking sorry,
This
mate.
just in, OnlyFans is the only way to make income. No.
Anyway.
But no, actually, you bring up Amber Heard. That trial, the whole thing, Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard, that was pushed in the media because they were covering up.
Everything else that was going on in the world.
Well, yeah, but specifically at the same time, Ghislaine Maxwell and the whole Epstein shit.
Yes.
That shit was happening.
Do you know a bit about that?
Of course I know a bit about that.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah, we can talk about that. I don't know how it's going to fit in the algorithms and if it's going to get pushed, but we don't have there's not a big enough following here to like.
So I'm going to start putting all this shit on Rumble anyway, so we can talk about whatever the fuck we want.
Everything. They go full Alex Jones mode.
Anything you want.
So the trial of Ghislaine Mack, is it Ghislaine?
Who
Fucking-
knows?
Who knows? Who cares? Stupid fucking name.
The child trafficker.
Epstein's fucking side bitch.
That's it.
Yeah.
Side hoe.
Yeah, exactly. She was getting done for the entire case of the trial. Now, that's where. Okay, they were supposed to bring out a list of all the celebrities that they had dirt on.
That's what Alex Jones was advocating for,
Yeah.
and Trump.
Now, if I was to say on this podcast,
Trump
I've got no
2024.
credibility. Okay, bro, we're not even in America. Settle down. So, if I say that, I've got no credibility because I'm just a guy from Australia. If Alex Jones says it, he gets censored and ridiculed because, he's this right-wing conspiracy theorist nut and everything he says is
And
untrue.
he's got push. We don't.
Exactly. If it was to appear on Fox News, for example, because of how many people in America watch Fox News and base their life of everything that comes out of that entire network, then more people will know about it. But because it was hidden in social media, with the Depp vs. Heard stuff, no one heard anything. And then they were able to get away with hiding what the actual verdict is, what the result is. She could be dead right now, and no one would know nor care because it wasn't publicized in any sort of media.
Yeah, but you got to understand, with a lot of shit like that, they don't want to publicise any of it. Why the fuck? Why can they not send out this list? So, have you seen the photo of the Queen? Sitting at,
Which, is this just before she died?
Nah, this photo's been circling for a while. So, that photo of Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell out the front of that cottage, yeah?
Right.
There's the same photo of the Queen Elizabeth sitting in that exact same chair.
Yeah.
At the front of that exact same cottage.
Okay,
It wasn't. It was in a window inside the cottage.
No, it was outside the cottage.
She's probably visiting her relative, Prince Andrew, who, we're not going to say anything, but Prince Andrew.
I find a lot of this shit interesting, and I learn a lot. Do you listen to the Joe Rogan podcast?
Absolutely, bro. Dude, actually, when you bring stuff up that you hear, because I think we listen to episodes as they come out.
Similar shit,
So
yeah.
there was ages ago, I wrote it in the notes, you were bringing up something about gold. I know for a fact that's from the 4th of July episode that he did.
Yes!
Yeah.
Did you watch that
Of course I watched it. I listened
How
to it the
good
same
was
fucking
that
day.
episode?
Yeah, dude.
That
Yeah.
was awesome. That's one of my favourite ones.
Okay, so every single time that Joe Rogan brings on a comedian, a stand-up comedian, even if I've never heard of them, I add that to the list because I know I'm going to get some sort of perspective just by being in the same industry or just by listening to someone new, hear their voice, and maybe I'll find another new podcast. That's what I respect the most about Joe Rogan, his ability to sit here and talk with anyone, all sorts of professions. I'll try and, even on my podcast, I've had a civil engineer on, I've had a teacher on, I've had a L plate driver on when the R plate came out. And it was just talking shit about that. He thinks it's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's as a different perspective thing.
Correct. That'd be interesting.
Yeah. What I'm doing, I want to not base it off Joe Rogan, but I know that he's doing something right. Mm-hmm. So that's probably similar to what you guys are doing here. You want to talk to different people from different industries.
Correct.
You want to have different and unique conversations, have it be entertaining, sometimes have it be funny. And that is a successful business model as proven by Joe Rogan himself.
Yeah. Even he stated, I was watching his Lex Friedman podcast.
Yep.
He did a podcast with Lex Friedman a couple of months ago.
Is that where he went there or when Lex Friedman was
He
on
went
this?
there.
Yeah,
He
that's
went-
how you know it's a big one. When Joe Rogan comes to your
Goes.
podcast.
That's why I watched
Yeah.
it. I've never seen Joe Rogan out of his
Someone
studio. It was
else's,
so weird to watch. But it's just fuck. Where was I going with that?
You saw him because it's new and different, interesting people.
I don't know where I was going.
Sorry,
with
that
that.
happens to me too. You
All
start
the
a
time.
thought and it just.
That's where I was going. I remember.
Okay.
I was watching that podcast and he mentioned Alex Jones. Now he said that he doesn't agree with half the stuff that Alex Jones says.
Right.
But to set all that aside for his business, the JRE's a business, yeah? He has to set his personal views aside for his business to sit down and still have a conversation, even though they've got different views, and it works for him.
That is why it's so ridiculous when he gets labelled as some right wing conspiracy theorist. He has people from being political is like the thing. Like I guess how we view footy in Australia. That's how Americans view politics. Like it's literally teams, red versus blue.
100%. Yeah, it's crazy.
So-
Did you on one more topic of Joe Rogan, and then we'll veer off from that? Did
Yeah.
you watch the North Korea one?
The North Korea one.
With the North Korean
The chick.
activist? Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I think I did listen to that one. Yes.
I watched that on the train ride to work.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's scary, man.
Yeah. Like North Korea as a country, it's not it's amazing like what they get away with, but like
It's
interesting.
extraordinary what they
We
get
don't
away
know
with.
that.
Exactly, that's the part, like the unknown element of what you don't, I guess, know.
They show us what we want to see.
I would love to go there.
Yeah.
I would fucking love to go there.
Have you seen the movie The Interview?
No, I haven't.
Then
yet.
it would become the European mindset with George.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I
Yeah,
probably
that's
wouldn't
it.
come back. Yeah.
You get that's it. You
Yeah,
were
The
you were
Interview.
suicided.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
that's it. Yeah.
What about the interview?
So essentially, it's a comedy with James Franco and
Is Jack
Seth
Black in it?
Rogen. No.
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen. Yeah, no relation to Joe Rogan. And they run this like successful news show, and then it turns out, is it Kim Jong Un?
Kim Jong Un. Yeah.
Kim Jong Un is a fan of their show, so
Yeah.
he contacts the podcast. He goes, "Hey, I want you guys to not podcast, the TV show," and he goes, "Oh, I want you guys to interview me for your show. I'm a massive fan." So then the CIA steps in and tells the guys, "Hey, we want you to assassinate Kim Jong Un while he's on your show," and it's a very good movie. So they go to North Korea, and it's just.
I want to watch it.
It's good. It's good. I won't get into too much like how the plot goes on, but of course we know North Korea in real life hide shit, so they hide shit in the thing. James Franco and Kim Jong Un are like great buddies during the thing.
There was a bit of pushback with that movie though, wasn't there?
Yeah, I think there was like a threat of war.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
I
bit of
remember
pushback. Yeah, possible World War III. Yeah, just a little pushback.
Didn't happen.
Trump
Didn't
stopped it.
happen.
Yeah.
Now we got fucking Biden in office, but anyway, we won't get there. Hey,
But even Kim Jong Un, he banned Squid Game.
Did he?
And what had happened was
Yeah, he did, yeah.
some students were watching the show, and I don't know if you'd call it their government, their officials caught them, their secret police, their military, whatever I don't even know what you want to call these people.
The authority.
The authority, the secret police. They confiscated they arrested all these people, confiscated the movie, whatever.
it was already confiscated though, yeah. 'Cause
so
they
they-
can't watch any Western.
No, they
Yeah.
had it, so it wasn't confiscated. They had it.
Yeah, but in there they can't watch anything Western, so they
Yeah.
must have snuck it
Yeah,
in.
no, they
Yeah,
can only
obviously it was
access-
snuck in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the internet. They can only access like 11 websites, and even then, YouTube, for example, is one of them, but it's incredibly restricted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they got arrested. I think the kids were sent to a work camp, and then the
Labor
teachers
camp, yeah.
who knew about it but didn't say anything were killed. Like it was full on, just for watching Squid Game. But that wasn't because it was a Western show. It was because it was South Korean.
Well, if you get caught with a pair of jeans on, like denim jeans or any jeans,
Right.
your labor camp and your whole family, everything. Because anything that resembles Western culture,
Yeah.
Western
jeans.
culture for them
Yeah.
is anything that's outside of North Korea.
I guess eating is Western culture as well, because they're all poor and starving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they're still in a famine, and
Yeah.
they deny it, but they're in a famine, man.
Yeah.
He
Well,
literally sends out a fucking a new mandate. People must eat one meal a day for the next 5 years
Yeah, it's
because
fucked
we're
up.
just to get through this famine. They're just like, well, fuck, one meal for 5 years. We're lucky to get a fucking meal.
Yeah, but help has been sent their way. They've been offered help, but they just deny it. Even with, and I'm glad they denied this with the vaccines. They offered, I think it was South Korea offered to send over a bunch of vaccines to North Korea. This is when they had their first breakout in North Korea, because mind you, it took them about a year and a half to get their first breakout. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were offered vaccines, and Kim Jong Un told them no, fuck off. Which is good for shit like that, but other stuff like for food and care packages, you're a fuckwit.
Yeah. See, I don't know much about North and South Korea. I knew there was a war at some point. I
Yeah.
know that there's a border with landmines and shit, or that might just only be in that one James Bond film. I don't know if that's actually
No, it
correct.
is. They've got a demilitarization
It's not. It's
line.
not landmines
No,
though.
no, not like, but it's literally a line in the gravel.
4 kilometers wide. There's a border, 4 k's,
Yeah.
straight through the middle.
You cross it, you're fucked.
No, it's not that you cross it. It's that in that area. So they got soldiers on the line of one end,
Yeah.
and they got soldiers on the line of the other.
Yeah, but if you cross that line, you're dead.
No, you can visit that zone.
You can, but you can't.
With a
cross
gun, it's seen as a threat
Yeah, but
of
you
violence.
You can't cross into North Korea, nor can you cross into South Korea.
How do you
Even
get
in
in?
the rooms.
You get into North Korea from that zone.
No, you don't, bro. No.
So is that line is between North and South Korea? Yes.
Yeah.
So that's, I know North Korea kind of looks like Italy, how it like sticks out.
Yeah.
On down on the side. I guess there's nothing stopping navally a ship just going around the side,
Yeah.
but like there's probably some sort of
They've probably got
naval
something.
force.
They got all
probably
their
got
nukes and all that.
Oh yeah.
It's a good laugh.
I reckon at this point it's a bluff, surely. North Korea.
I don't know. Man's worth a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
They're going to help fucking Russia, apparently.
Are they now? That'll be interesting, dude. Like wars. There are so many like global conflicts happening right now. It's a miracle World War III hasn't started yet.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, even on we're still waiting to get the guy Amir on for the drama that's going on in Iran.
Yeah.
We kind of want to get. This might be the next episode. We want to get a guy on to have a chat about stuff like that because it's funny the stuff you hear about. Like me personally, I don't hear a lot about Russia and Ukraine anymore.
Yeah. No, well that's because it's not popular.
I remember when it was first starting.
Yeah.
It was fucking. We were talking about it at work everywhere.
Yeah, dude. Even like I had it was on the books for topics 3 podcast episodes in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, like obviously we were talking about there's like Russian soldiers TikToking themselves as they parachute into Ukraine. It was the funniest shit.
Yeah, and that's the power of social media. You can actually see it in real
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Like, I've got to save like actual war footage that's just been put into social media. Like it's not this is from the history books. No, has happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
like,
fucked
just-
up.
Yeah.
Our
Sometimes it's funny though. Like you can see there's like these 2 soldiers. Like one of them's got an RPG and the other one's blasting "Welcome to the Jungle" on a Bluetooth speaker. And
Yeah.
they're like aiming it ready and they fire it at the beat drop. It's great shit.
Fuck yeah.
Like this is in the history books now. This is a thing that happened and we were able
Welcome
to
to the
witness it.
jungle.
Yeah.
That's my goal as a musician.
Yeah.
I want to make a fucking absolute banger.
Yeah.
And
that
when
gets
there's not,
played
or maybe
in
not
war.
a war,
Yeah.
but if there's
Although,
something gonna happen,
If you make a war song, like
or even like I'm not gonna glamorize a car accident. I had a car accident.
yeah.
I had a car accident to my favorite song.
Yeah. Oh.
I still remember the exact fucking line that I had a fucking car accident to.
Oh yeah.
It was with Troy Cassar, and it was with that other fuckwit. You know who I'm talking about. I'll mention off the live.
Off live, yeah. Gotta remember it's live.
Sweet Child of Mine playing. Fuck, my favourite song. Fucking, I rear-ended straight up fucking Troy Cassar's
Oh, so you were
Lilacs.
at fault.
Yeah, I was at fault. It was my fault. It wasn't my fault. It was fucking the other dickhead's fault that jumped in front of us.
Oh, yeah.
But technically it was my fault. And I remember the lines. Oh, Sweet Child of Mine, fucking straight into the back of the Lilacs.
Like a movie.
Yep, like a fucking movie. But I reckon we might leave it there for that episode.
Fantastic.
'Cause,
Always end on a high note.
We're about an hour and a half.
Yep.
And I
Got a
think
joke
that's-
to end it.
Joke to end it. Yes. Okay. So, I'll start with like when you made a joke about Indian dudes on bikes without the helmets and saying, "Oh, the sons of 7-Eleven." I thought that was fucking hilarious. I don't know why you didn't like it. I don't know why.
There's a bit of backstory to talk
Yeah.
about it later, but anyway.
Yeah, so the Sons of 7-Eleven was fucking great. So after I heard that, I was trying to think, okay, not what's offensive, like what's in that sort of realm. So I'm thinking about like people, okay, illnesses, okay, what do people like go ooh about? So people with Down syndrome. So people with Down syndrome, okay, they all look the same. Right?
Yeah.
Now, there's a scientific reason for that. So just saying that they look the same, that's offensive. There's no humor value except for
It's not really
well,
offensive, it's fact.
Yeah, but people can take offense to it.
Why?
So because they go, well, you're generalizing.
No, they're not. They look the same. But anyway.
Yeah. So so people with Down syndrome look the same, but
Should I switch to live off?
no. It's okay. It's okay.
Go.
So because they look the same, there's a reason. With illnesses relating to missing chromosomes, physical traits are what's affected. So because they all share that in common, they end up all looking the same. Now, to say that people with Down syndrome all look the same, that's fine. To say people with Down syndrome all look like pugs,
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
You know, well, look. Would you? Okay. Yes, Pug is the ugliest dog, but I'm not saying that Down syndrome people are ugly. I'm trying to like poke fun at it, but like they're funny people. Like,
Of course they are. They're
they
beautiful
because
people.
they're still people as well. Like,
Beautiful, heart of gold.
Yeah.
Have you seen that fucking old meme? What's going on here?
yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
Back for-
classy. That's a classy.
yeah. Like that's
Quality entertainment.
I think the whole not picking on like seeing somebody with Down syndrome and taking the piss out of it. I think that's all kind of out the drain. And again, that's the power of social media because there's on TikTok. There's a lot of fucking pages
TikTok is made for people with mental illness.
but they also advocate for it too.
Yes, yeah.
They advocate for it, which is good. Like I follow a guy with Down syndrome on TikTok, and he takes.
Have you ever seen drag syndrome?
What?
Drag syndrome.
No, what's drag?
Down syndrome. A group of Down syndrome people, not kids, people that cross dress.
I've seen that on TikTok. I've seen.
I'm sorry.
That's-
Happy for him. Good on him. Fucking funny as.
Yeah, but dude, you got to understand. I personally think that is just for a view.
No, it's not. They're convinced like drag queens. They're proper drag queens. Yeah, they do shows and stuff. But it's just funny because it's like they
Is
look
it more
ridiculous.
offensive or less offensive?
It's
to
more
not
offensive.
go because they've got Down syndrome. So if you say, "Oh, no, I'm not going to go because they're dead," or like, is it more offensive? Oh, I'm going to go.
Josh, you have to
because-
support them.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, Josh.
Yeah, no, I'd go. Any day, I'd go. If there was a local drag Down syndrome event happening, fuck, sign
They
me
do
up.
it all the time in Thailand.
Even with the ping pong pussy shows.
Yeah, it's
Bro,
like,
that's all for views.
What's
all
that? What's
shit.
that got to do with Down
It's
syndrome?
the whole thing. What you're telling me, bro? A bunch of Down syndrome people that are going dressing up as cross-dressed. You telling me that's not a show, bro? It's a fucking show, just like a ping
It's all
pong pussy
performance.
show. It's a performance,
Yeah,
bro.
it's for-
But
But
why
what-
else are they gonna go and dress up and glamorize on a fucking stage?
What's this got to do with anything? Where did ping pong show come from? That's
yeah,
what
I
I'm
know,
trying to
that's kind
say.
of a curveball in there.
I'm like making
Trying
a
to
comparison.
compare.
Where? What? How did
I'm
Down
a
syndrome
comparison to a
drag?
show. A ping pong pussy show, that's a fucking show. As of people with Down syndrome going in front of a fucking stage, dressing up, that's a fucking show. Why else do people go and see drag queen shows?
So is Harry Potter the Cursed Child? That's a show too. So what? And what?
Yeah, but Harry Potter the Cursed Child is a show.
It's like a theatre production.
That's a
It's a show.
Correct. A ping pong pussy
Still.
show isn't a theatre production, nor is a fucking.
Oh,
I
it's
don't
like
want that
It's
show
like
too.
it's like Gabriel Rossi on Show This Christmas. Ooh,
Ooh, yes.
Ooh.
A very woggy Christmas.
a very woggy Christmas.
Josh, you
That's a show.
If we get a couple of tickets, come with us.
Absolutely.
He's
That's a
a world
show.
comedian.
Yep.
That's a show.
That is a show.
Okay,
that
so
counts as the
compare
episode.
that.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the I guess sort of sing along at the end.
That was awesome,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
good
Yeah, that was
shit.
cool. Hey, can we pause it? I want to do a taste. I want to do a food review with ya.
Okay.
Not a
alright.
food, but it's a drink review.
Drink review done. No,
We'll do a
easy,
drink
no worries.
review. Oh, we'll be
Fantastic.
back. We'll
Yes,
be back.
We'll
Give
be
me
back.
2
We're supposed to
minutes.
be ending the podcast.
Oh no, we're gonna do a quick drink review. Hang- Alright, so just before we end this,
Yeah, before we end.
did we pause the live?
No, I just clicked it again. Oh, shit.
You guys better not have said.
We We're just
anything.
bullying Kyle while he
No,
walked
nothing
off.
incriminating.
So Josh does food reviews.
Yes, well, it's a parody. That actually started as taking the piss out of people doing it, and then I just converted it into like a
It
stand-up
works.
comedy
I
page.
enjoy watching it.
Nah, good.
We're gonna do a drink review.
Fantastic. What have we got here today?
Fucking bang,
Bang. All
bang
right.
energy, cotton candy.
All right, I'll do like for the shot. I'll do what we discussed. Where I just look into the camera and just be like, "Hello, today we are doing a Barnzey food review on Bang Energy. I'm live here on the European Mindset podcast with Kyle and George, and today we're gonna try. I already said it, but fuck it. Bang,
Bang.
Energy. Pour it in. I was not expecting it to be white.
I wasn't either.
All right, let me
George,
just.
you want to try some?
Oh, there we go. I was gonna ask you, was gonna let me try some, or is he just gonna fucking pour 2 cups?
No, of course not.
Oh, here I haven't drank from this. You can have this. And
Yeah,
then I'll-
I've got another cup here. I've
Spare
got
one?
3
Okay.
cups.
yeah, you have that.
You goose.
Yeah.
Here, Josh, have this one.
Fantastic.
Oh man, that smells like fucking shit.
Really?
Does it?
What does it smell like? Oh, yeah, that's like, it's almost like a sort of an alcohol-y, but like pure
It
alcohol.
smells like fucking cider, bro.
Yeah?
Do you want to try one?
Oh my
do
god,
you
what
wanna
the
try?
fuck, mate?
Oh, ready,
Oh.
boys? Hang on, what do we think it's going to taste like?
Or I reckon like
Shit.
some sort of bubblegummy.
Exactly what it
It
smells
says
like.
cotton candy.
Well, oh god, it's just gonna have so much.
Josh,
sugar.
do the line again, mate.
Alright. Well, oh no, I did the intro thing.
Oh, you did it again.
Yeah, I
You already did it.
I
Yeah,
already
you did.
It's
Sorry.
like chop around editing. Power of editing, magic. Cheers,
Cheers.
boys.
Cheers, Josh.
I'm
Bottoms
scared.
No, I prefer a V.
Oh yeah. You guys getting that real like sugary aftertaste?
Bro, it tastes like my teeth are gonna go furry or something.
Oh dude, like they go like grow hair and then fall out.
But people in America drink a full can of this.
Yeah. How much is in it? I want to see some
Zero
nutritional
sugar.
value. Zero sugar. Bull fucking shit. Bullshit. All right. Caffeine, 160 milligrams.
Fuck me dead.
Right.
Head.
Yeah. So okay, Red Bull. You're supposed to have 2 cans a day max before your heart starts to like struggle. So how do you guys know how much caffeine is in a can of Red Bull?
No.
I think it's 60.
Fuck.
Yeah. Or it's 80.
No.
No?
Is it?
Yeah. Let's look up some nutritional value here.
Here we go.
So to like actually better
us.
the views.
Do a V, because we're V
Yeah.
drinkers.
Yeah,
Red
can
Bull's
you do
fucking...
V?
No, V? Yeah.
We'll do V.
No, Red Bull was my energy drink of choice. So okay.
Mine used to be Red Bull, but then I just I converted.
I kind of like it.
Do ya?
It's not that bad.
Yuck.
Oh, it's
Caffeine.
Taste it.
it reminds me of a.
Tastes like a sweet can of
It's
ass.
like a super duper.
Yeah,
I love ass.
All right.
We know.
So a
We
250 milliliter can of V is similar to drinking a standard cup of coffee. So it's 31 milligrams.
Yeah, it was
per
31.
100.
I thought it was 27. I'm like, fucking 60 to 80. Jesus Christ.
Okay. So Red Bull is 30. Sorry, my bad. So it's
So what's got more? Red Bull's got more.
By 1 milligram.
yeah.
Which
But-
isn't a difference.
But
That's got 100.
160.
I used to drink four cans of V a day.
Fuck.
In summer.
Yeah. Nah, it's did you really need that energy?
No, not really. But
I
I
did.
literally would
Yeah.
come home, I'd crash and burn.
Yeah.
Because all that energy high, and then you
Yep,
come
and
home.
then you burn it all and then you just straight down.
I used to do that. I used to do 4 Vs a day, and I reckon by the end of the year I was having a heart attack.
100%.
Palpitations
The
and
best
shit.
of
I
summer.
wake up in the morning fucking grabbing my chest, praying for dear life. Definitely not praying to Satan.
No. Actually, that's another Jeffrey Dahmer link.
Yeah, literally.
Satanism shit. I didn't even realize that.
Anyway, we're going to leave that there for season 2, episode 4. Josh,
Awesome.
thank you so
Fuck,
much
this
for
is a
joining us.
long one.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy. Like, if we're happy with how this turned out, I'm happy to come at like once a season. if
I'd
you
love to
guys-
do that, yeah, if you're happy with that.
Amazing, yeah.
It's good for us anyway, because obviously, Josh, like, I want you to plug your podcast too.
Right. Listen to Barnzey Burns Down the World on YouTube. It's on Spotify. It's everywhere you get your podcasts except Apple Podcasts because you have to pay for that shit. And I
I'm
didn't
on
know.
Apple Podcast.
Yeah, but did you have to pay?
Okay, let's talk. Can we talk about this quickly?
Oh
I'm
my
trying to
god.
plug to edit. We can talk about this off air.
Okay, yes.
All right,
plug
all
to
right.
edit.
Talk about
Plug
this
to
off
air.
air. All right, that's it. Follow YouTube. The links are there. If you search up Barnzey, real Barnzey, you'll find it. Figure it out.
Yep. If you can't figure it out, then that's on you.
You don't deserve it.
No, you don't. Thank you very much. That's us.
See you all later.
Bye. Switch your